2017 is a year for celebration in Paris and the rest of France, offering a delectable assortment of cultural initiatives, major openings, and anniversaries for all to come and experience and fall in love with France. These countrywide developments and major events will allow visitors to explore along the way France's diverse landscapes and heritage. From renewed cities to medieval villages, enticing vineyards, towering alpine settings, pristine countryside, or the expanses of the Atlantic and Mediterranean coasts. The City of Light has for centuries been the epicenter of arts, fashion, and culture, and 2017 will be no exception. In February, the city's most beloved institution, the Louvre, will play host to a major retrospective entitled Up Close with Vermeer, Masters of Genre Painting in the Golden Age, a rare exploration of the relationships between 17th century Dutch genre painters. Springtime in Paris will also bring the opening of La Scène Musicale, an architecturally splendid music-focused cité on Seguin Island to the west of Paris. Designed by Japanese architect Shigeru Ban and French architect Jean de Gastine. For the cooler months, fashionistas and the sartorially inclined can flock to the 16th arrondissement, where the Yves Saint-Laurent Museum will open. The setting in the former haute couture salon and studio of the iconic French designer. Stroll over to the Marais and discover the opening of Lafayette Anticipation, a contemporary art foundation that mixes old and new architecture, with an 18-meter glass tower designed by Dutch architect Rem Koolhaas. Beyond what the City of Light has to offer, France in 2017 has remarkable cultural news that spans millennia, from prehistory to modern times. Hop on the new TGV Océane and take in Bordeaux's new wine center, the Cité du Vin. Minutes away from the city center, the Cité uses immersive and multi-sensory technologies to bring to life a huge permanent exhibit about great wine cultures throughout the ages. Then it's time to head to nearby Dordogne, where history enthusiasts will also have the chance to visit Lascaux IV, a setting of complex caves showcasing the world's most well-known Paleolithic and Stone Age art, with ancient paintings estimated to be over 17,000 years old. The Montignac-Lascaux International Parietal Art Center, also known as Lascaux IV, will open in mid-December 2016. Its star attraction is a complete replica of the Lascaux Cave, using new imaging and virtual technology for comprehensive interpretation purposes. Deeper into the center of France, northeast of Lascaux and the vineyards of Bordeaux, the Limousin region is home to two iconic sites of French craftsmanship. For lovers of fine porcelain and objets d'art, Limoges still stands proud as the premier manufacturing city of some of the world's most famous earthenware. To the east lies Aubusson and the new Cité Internationale de la Tapisserie. showcasing the traditional heritage of the age-old art of tapestry making, where craftsmen have been weaving the rich history of the country and Europe for hundreds of years. To the north and west, on the Normandy coast, the region's largest city of Le Havre is preparing for the 500th anniversary of its founding in 1517 by France's Renaissance king, François I. Auguste Perret, known as the concrete poet, rebuilt the city following an extensive post-war concrete redesign after the destruction caused by World War II. His vision for the city has transformed Le Havre into a UNESCO World Heritage Site, the first 20th century European urban settlement to be included. Art imitates life in Le Havre, where the port also inspired the mold-breaking modern art movement of Impressionism. Monet's Impression Sunrise was painted here. Today, the André Malraux Museum of Modern Art, also known as MUMA in the city, showcases one of the largest collections of French Impressionist work of arts outside Paris. April 6, 2017 marks the centennial of an important Franco-American moment. The U.S. declaration of war against Germany and stalemate-breaking entrance alongside France into the hostilities. American forces bravely fought shoulder to shoulder with Allied forces on the Western Front, a battle line of hard-fought trenches that stretched approximately 600 miles from the Vosges to northern France. Dedicated remembrance sites throughout France recognize and commemorate those who were lost in World War I, including American memorials and cemeteries at Belleau Wood, also known as Marines Wood, Bonny and Fer-en-Tardenois in Picardy, Blancmont in Champagne-Ardenne, Thiaucourt, Saint-Mihiel, and the Meuse-Argonne American Cemetery and Memorial in Lorraine, the resting place of the largest number of American military servicemen in Europe. One of the newest sites of remembrance was designed by acclaimed architect Philippe Prost in Nord-Pas-de-Calais. The Ring of Remembrance is an international memorial that gives shape to brotherhood, uniting yesterday's enemies and showcasing a union of solidarity amongst the Allied forces. Undoubtedly one of the most extraordinary examples of Franco-American relations during this time is that of Anne Morgan, the daughter of financier J.P. Morgan and the first American woman awarded the distinction of Commandeur of the French Legion of Honor in 1932. Morgan, a philanthropist, provided relief efforts in aid to France as early as 1917 from her headquarters at the Château de Blérancourt in Picardy. This site is now the Franco-American Museum, which will reopen after a major expansion in late 2017. 2017 marks only the beginning of developments and news from France. On the horizon lies the opening of the much-anticipated Cité de la Gastronomie in Lyon. Further ahead, the iconic Ryder Cup will take place in France in 2018 at Le Golf National near Versailles, marking the second time that the tournament will be held in continental Europe since its inception in 1927. Whether you find yourself in the French West Indies or mainland France, there is a place for all to enjoy the art de vivre of French culture. Come join us and visit France in 2017 for an enriching journey into past, present, and future.